I think last night was the death blow for AEW. Now, before I get into the why, I definitely appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 2,500 subs before the end of the week. Need about 150 more people to do so. Hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. Now, AEW, they had the momentum. They had everything in their hands. They had the whole world in their hands. And I think those are certain moments. There are certain moments in wrestling where you look back and say, if WWE didn't capitalize on that, where would they be? Such as the NWO folding, um, you know, The Rock and Stone Cold coming back, or like not coming back, but just emerging at the time that they needed some stars the most. John Cena becoming a star when they needed a star the most after Rock and Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar left. Um, you know, CM Punk cutting the pipe bomb as wrestling is losing its popularity and the stock is going down and stuff like that. I think when you think about like moments where a company needs to make a big splash or just needs to take advantage of stuff like that, WWE always has. And I think that's the difference between the WWE and the TNA and the NWA and other companies. And AEW just had one of those moments. They had multiple versions of those moments. And I think the biggest one to sum it all up was CM Punk in general. I think they missed out on a lot with CM Punk. Just given what happened, and we can go through. I think the first mistake was not uh, checking Heyman Adam Page that first night that after that promo. No matter whether you feel CM Punk should have handled it better or not, Heyman Adam Page was wrong to cut that promo on CM Punk. And then when you let time go by, and of course CM Punk he did injure himself diving in the crowd, and I don't think he's done it since. Um, you know, as WWE is folding due to Vince McMahon and these allegations coming out, that was AEW's time to strike while wrestling fans were in like such confusion, such a state of confusion, and things were they could have became the number one company at a time where we didn't know what was going on. Wrestling was in such a limbo. But then CM Punk got hurt, and then you put the title on John Moxley, and then you allow John Moxley to throw his weight around and have to make your biggest star play by John Moxley's like way he wants to go about it. And then, you take CM Punk off the cover of the game, which the game flopped. It's just they deserved everything they got. Then the Jack Perry thing, and then the Young Bucks not wanting to make amends with CM Punk, even though he wanted to make amends with them, but somehow CM Punk is the so unprofessional. I think AEW is getting everything they deserve, and hopefully it is just a reality check. Hopefully it is just that. It's a reality check of how a learning lesson, I should say. Hopefully it is just a learning lesson instead of the death blow. But me personally, I think it's a death blow because I don't there's not another CM Punk. There's not another ratings draw that much or a merch seller that much that's walking through the curtain. You know, whether you want to say whatever you want to say about what he brought to AEW, he gave equity to somebody like Darby Allin, Powerhouse Hobbs, Wardlow, MJF. Um, you know, you could even make the argument for Sting because me personally, I didn't want to see Sting wrestle. Giving like it's hard for me to watch like people wrestle who came back from major injuries. Like it's hard for me to watch Edge wrestle. It's hard for me to watch Daniel Bryan wrestle. But seeing him in that tag team with CM Punk is like, okay, Sting can go a little bit. And he brought me to AEW in general, not Cody, not Chris Jericho, not anyone of that sort. CM Punk did. So he gave a lot of equity to a lot of people and a lot of talent in AEW, and you lose all that now. Edge isn't doing that. Like I don't care about Luchasaurus or Nick Nick Wayne more than I did before Edge was there, and you know you chose the Young Bucks over CM Punk. You chose Jack Perry over CM Punk. You chose Hangman Adam Page over CM Punk, and you know what? You're gonna keep your core audience. You're gonna keep the 800,000 to 860,000 viewers a week, and that's great. But when you keep looking and having to cover up the hard cam side and stuff like that, it's just not a good look. And you're gonna remain stagnant. And you're gonna be TNA. You're gonna be NWA. You're gonna live, yeah. You're gonna be okay. I've always said as long as Tony Khan wants a wrestling company, AEW will never die. But to me, the death blow is when you can't be number one. AEW will never be number one. It just won't be. They cater too much to their core audience, and you're not. When you cater to your core audience, you're not bringing anyone else in. Eventually, McDonald's had to make more than just the McDouble. They had to bring in a McRib. Eventually, IHOP had to make burgers. You gotta bring something for everyone. Not everyone wants to watch flips and no sales and death matches and stuff like that, and it's all the same nonsense. Nobody wants to watch comedy wrestling. Not everybody. When I say nobody, I mean not everybody. And when I say nobody, really, I mean the casual fan. There's a reason why Raw averages 1.4 1.5 million. There's a reason why SmackDown averages 2.2 million. It's because there's storytelling there. There's, you know, storytelling with sense. It's something there. There's not there with AEW, and they lost that. The guy who gave you that was CM Punk, and apparently Edge isn't doing it. Brian Danielson keeps getting hurt, and then how much time do those guys really have? Do you think Edge, maybe Daniel Bryan, but do you think Edge is someone who's going to? I always felt like even when CM Punk retired, he will have a hand in wrestling. I don't know that with Edge. I think when Edge retires, he'll go back to Hollywood or sci-fi or wherever he was. I've seen him in a lot of sci-fi movies. I don't think he's going to have a hand in AEW. I think he's there for himself. And there's nothing wrong with being there for yourself and wanting to work with Christian and, Jay or whatever they call Christian. But CM Punk was there to help the company, and you lost that. And even then, he could have been selfish. He could have been selfish, but he wasn't. So, but you guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Again, I'm trying to hit 2,500 subs before the end of the week. Need about 150 more people to do so. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Make somebody smile today. Sub to Act. Peace.